If you have another bucket of copper and zinc next door, or a nano-coated copper and non-nano-coated copper, you're releasing certain availability of the amino acid which this container can absorb at its strength. So you produce a lot of amino acid in one, but the shape stays at a low level copper oxide. Try to look at the environment than the object. Then it gives you a very good idea of how the environment has created the object or the condition you see. What is this one?
This is the Gans after they wash it. And you see it's always crystallized. There's no particles, no nanoparticles.
Yes, this is a fast production of ganses.
It's from this bowls,
Yeah, it's a
ceramic
fast
bowls.
production. You have to see how fast they produced it. Um, the production of a structured dry Gans behavior, I've seen this before. We see this especially in CO2 containers. You see like calcium blocks or CO2 blocks at the end. You have to see how they, with the time it was created, what condition, what voltage, what current, what was around it.
There's no current. They just
Yes, there is a current. You don't see it, but you connected the two plates somewhere or the wires. There is a current flow of the plasma.
okay.
Thank you very much for your support with the medical side.
Yeah, I want to show you a case that also our E19 they announced the cure a patient with lung cancer just only with CO2 gas. So this is the examining report. Before they use the gas and even this lady had tried chemotherapy, and but it doesn't works, and they take 1 or 2 months CO2 gas, CO2 water, and also breathe the air from the humidifier, and drink water, take a bath, and just 1 or 2 months, lady is covered, and he just showed that the cancer decreased, and didn't feel pain, and it became normal.
Yeah, you got to realize a lot of people, you just look at, you say you produce or use CO2. This is what I keep on explaining, is that when you produce CO2, because of the way you produce CO2, in some cases you just don't produce CO2. Depending on how you connected it, you produce certain amount of zinc oxide with it. And you find out CO2 works very effectively with the presence of zinc oxide if the cancer is emotional. It does the same. You satisfy the emotion, you change the environment. We've seen that before. So when you put the CO2 on it, or use of the CO2, you can add a little bit of zinc on it if it is what I call emotional cancer. In satisfying, elevating the emotion, the condition, the environment of the body changes, that cancer cell cannot exist. In some cases we see that, and we see a lot of this, especially in China. In China, we've seen results even 3-4 years ago. Reduction in tumor by 80%, 70% use of the CO2 patches. But you need to understand the other part of it. This what you show me, yes, quite possible. But behind it is somehow where the cancer was and what was the initial origin of it. If it's the emotional side, you satisfy it, you change the environment.